Start with your impressions on the spring game today.
It certainly will go back and watch the film. I thought defensively we tackled well. I think that's probably the thing that showed up the most. I thought up front we did a pretty good job on the defensive line. We had a few missed opportunities. We had a few long balls there that I counted as quarterback sacks as they just got to the quarterback before he let it go. But I thought the defense had a pretty good day.
Coach, if you would talk about just the depth on the defensive line, are you pleased with the number there?
Yeah, I mean, we always, Patrick, you always want more depth. That's the thing. But we moved Will out of there to offense to get a little bit more depth on the offensive line. But I think this game's always kind of hard because you're putting ones, twos, and threes together because you split the teams in half, so they're not working like with the units they've worked throughout spring. It's a fun game. It's just a game to let the kids kind of talk a little trash to each other and get out there and have fun. So it serves its purpose, and the good things we got out healthy.
Demetrius Marker was pretty much everywhere. How did you feel about the freshman, just his spring as a whole?
He's a competitor. He's a competitor. He comes out, he competes every day. He's going to be a really good football player.
Dylan Bradley making a move inside. How do you think he?
I think that kind of gives Dylan that little advantage because he is athletic and he's big. I think Dylan becomes a very athletic three technique and shade, and so I think that kind of helps him.
Coach, what kind of impressions did you get from your team, even though you mixed up the squad a little bit more?
I thought they had fun. They had fun with it today, and that's kind of what the spring game was about for us today. We had a little draft, so we split the team up. Wanted everybody to get a chance to get out there and play, and let the kids kind of jaw back and forth at each other a little bit and compete, and had a fun game. I was hoping they didn't get that last sack, and that catch to Isaiah would have came close to letting it slide, just because it would have made the game a little bit more interesting at the end. But he got touched before he let it go. But it was a fun game.
But from a coach's standpoint,
what's the biggest improvement you think the team needs to do right now?
Well, you always. That's the biggest room in the world. Always, every year at the end of spring, you think about all the things that you want to get better at. I don't think we're right on pace. It's been a good spring. Certainly we want to continue to get better in everything. You know what I'm saying? That's just football. You're never really happy as a coach, so you just want to hopefully through the rest of the spring and then the summer, guys will prepare themselves to get ready for 2016.
What did you see out of your backup quarterbacks today?
Quadre has really done some good things. He's had a good spring. I've been very impressed with Quadre. I think he and Parker, they still got a fun little battle going. I think Quadre's probably edged up slightly to the 2, but it's still a battle. We're going to keep it going, and then looking forward to getting Keon in here and letting him go this summer. So that's one thing we went into the spring trying to do, was create some quarterback depth. And I think that's going to be critical for us down the road.
Looks like you also got some depth in the running game. What do you think about all the backs for this spring?
Ito's had a really good spring. Patrick's, I think, had a really good spring. Tez is hurt right now. So, and Colin Creek's came in and did a good job this spring for us. But we really need to see Tez get back healthy. George is still, that knee still bothering him a little bit, so hopefully he'll get healthy over the summertime. But those are things we just got to wait and see.
What role can Brooks play for y'all?
Pat, he can do just about everything. He's a guy that he can run it, he can catch it out of the backfield. He's a blocker, he's a physical kid. He has the tools. So it's good to have that behind Ito. Good to have him there. But then again, we're looking forward to Tez coming into the mix too. And hopefully competition's always great because that just makes everybody get better.
What about Jonah? I couldn't find any progression stats in high school.
Yeah, Jonah's kind of a mystery man, isn't he? Right there, he kind of came in and made a nice little cut, and he's had a good little spring, nice touchdown today. So doing a great job as a walk-on, came in the spring. So hopefully he'll just continue to get better.
Coach, looked like the first pass of the day from Mullins was an interception. Was it just that kind of day overall?
Well, I think, of course, he's one I kind of ruled as a sack too, right before it got loose. We certainly had a couple big plays there early that Nick, but I thought up front that the black defensive line did a pretty good job today. I thought they kind of controlled the line of scrimmage.
What's your biggest takeaway from a game like this today?
To be honest with you, it's a spring game. We're kind of vanilla. In the spring game, we do a lot more in our scrimmages than we do in the spring game. The spring game is kind of basically I told him this yesterday. I wanted to see just physical game. I want to see a technique game. I want to see good tackling, good blocking. And I want to see some positive execution. We didn't do a whole lot, but I thought on the whole we came out healthy and played hard, so that's always a positive in the spring game.
And other than bragging rights, anything that the winning team gets?
That's about all bragging rights. I thought about the beans and steak, but usually what happens if you turn your shoulder to the guy eating the beans, slips behind the back corner and gets the steak right there on the side. So I don't even worry about that stuff anymore. So just they get enough trash talking going on in the locker room right now to last. So that's always fun.
Going into the summer, what's got to be the focus?
I think, Patrick, that's always in everything just getting better. I think that's kind of cliche, but that's the truth. You're just trying to get better at every position, trying to get better, fundamentally, technique, all the little things. I think that's football. I think every team's probably saying that right now.